Musalia Mudavadi, who is joining us live way off phone. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for joining us on News Desk this afternoon. Now, you are among the first politicians to give your position regarding this. And in fact, in the story that my colleague Brian Obuya ran, you said that the government is silent. We need to know the plans, if any, to evacuate Kenyans in China and any other places in the world. But then the government spoke for the first time yesterday through the ambassador, Musalia Kamau, and they said that they have no plans to evacuate any Kenyan. Asking why one would evacuate a Kenyan from, say, India and not Iran and not Italy. Your thoughts on this, sir?
Well, first of all, I think it's a pity that it has taken so long for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to speak on this matter because they remain our eyes and the legal contact between Kenya and other nations. Be that as it may, if indeed they cannot evacuate these Kenyans, I think they could explore other possibilities. For instance, where there are extreme hostile conditions, whether it is China or any other place, it is possible that through the emergency fund that is being created by the government, that some of the actual status of these Kenyans can be established, even with the host governments. Then maybe some stipend of subsistence can be put on the table to allow some of these people to survive on a daily basis. There could also be the possibility that the embassy in China, for instance, can work with the Chinese government and help in getting some reasonable accommodation for these Kenyans, because not all of them are in distress, but the ones who are in distress, the actual status can be established. Now, the final thing, which I can quickly highlight, is that if indeed the argument has been that some of these people are stateless or their documents are not in order, yet they've been caught up in this coronavirus crisis, is it then possible that as stateless people, the Kenyan government can contact the UNHCR body in China, because their officers and their representatives there, so that the NHCR can then know that within the framework of the UN, they are treating these people as internally displaced individuals in those host countries, and then they can be identified and put on the welfare system during this moment of crisis until the travel gets back to normal. Furthermore, it does not sound well when clearly people have been evicted from their levels of accommodation, and you say that this is the government of the host country exercising social distancing. Eviction and social distancing are two different things. I think that was not a very sound commentary on the part of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Let's talk about the ambassador in China, Ambassador Sarah Serem. And of course, yesterday, the ambassador, Musalia Kamau, said that she has done a fantastic job. But of course, we've seen Kenyans on social media criticize her. Do you agree that she's doing a fantastic job, especially because no Kenyan has died in China so far?
No, I think we need to go beyond that. Some of these things is you have to build trust and confidence, and you have to be proactive. And I think all our embassies or our missions outside the country need to know that this is a global crisis, and that their allegiance, first and foremost, is the Kenyan nation, the Kenyan people. So it is important that they make every effort to track and keep some account of the Kenyan citizens or nationals in those countries, particularly in a moment of crisis like this. There are Kenyans here who want to know what is going on. So we should not have a situation where our ambassadors are waiting to be smoked out in their stations. They should be more proactive in communicating about the unfolding events, and more so in the context in which they relate to the Kenyans in their areas of jurisdiction.
Thank you so much, sir. That was the ANC party leader, Musalia Mudavadi, joining us live way of phone regarding his thoughts on Kenya's decision not to evacuate its citizens in China. Thank you, sir. Let's now take you to Western Kenya, and Masinde Muliro University has now been converted into a disinfectant and sanitizer production center. Willy Lusige is on